They told me, don't get a Rottweiler. They told me, you'll regret it. And they told me, it will change your life in ways you can't imagine. They were right, but not in the way most people think. The Rottweiler has a reputation that walks into the room before the dog does. It's the kind of breed that makes strangers cross the street, neighbors keep their distance, and delivery drivers think twice before stepping onto your porch. But the truth? That fear is only part of the story. Yes, the Rottweiler can be intimidating. That's part of what makes them one of the world's most trusted guardians. But there's a side to this dog that the warnings never capture. This is not a beginner's dog. And if you're not ready for what comes with that, you will regret it. Not because the dog is bad, but because the breed will push you harder than any other to step up as a leader. From the moment you bring a Rottweiler into your home, you're taking on a challenge. Every single thing you allow, every behavior you ignore, every boundary you fail to set, it will all come back to you later, amplified by 50 kilos of muscle, intelligence, and determination. The first mistake most owners make is thinking that affection alone will be enough. You can love a Rottweiler with all your heart, but if you don't give them direction, structure, and consistency, that love can turn into frustration for both of you. A bored Rottweiler is a destructive Rottweiler. And destruction isn't just chewed up shoes. It's torn fences, shredded furniture, broken doors. This dog has power you won't truly understand until you've seen it up close. That's why the first year is absolutely crucial. Training, socialization, and mental stimulation aren't optional. They're survival tools for living with this breed. In the description below, I've linked the exact harness, e-collar, and enrichment tools I use daily. Not because they're nice to have, but because they make the difference between a controlled, confident dog and a restless, out-of-control one. You see, the Rottweiler is wired to protect. That instinct doesn't fade with age. It doesn't calm down over time. If anything, it sharpens. When they bond with you, they'll guard you with a seriousness you can't train into a dog. But guarding without control is dangerous. That's why you, as the handler, must become the single voice they trust above all else. It's not about dominance, it's about partnership. It's about a bond so strong that when you speak, your Rottweiler listens even when adrenaline is pumping through its veins. The danger isn't the breed itself, it's the gap between what this dog is capable of and what most owners are prepared for. You will hear stories about Rottweilers attacking. You will read headlines about incidents. But behind most of those stories is a common thread: poor training, neglect, lack of boundaries. With the right upbringing, the Rottweiler is one of the most stable, predictable, and loyal breeds you will ever meet. And here's what they don't warn you about: the emotional bond. This dog will watch you like you're the center of the universe. They'll rest their head on your lap when you're tired, follow you from room to room without asking for anything in return, and position themselves between you and anything unfamiliar without being told. But that same devotion comes with responsibility. If they depend on you for everything, they'll struggle when you're not there. Separation anxiety in this breed isn't just whining, it's pacing, destruction, and visible stress. You have to teach them confidence when you're gone. This is not a get-it-and-forget-it dog. Every day is part of the training. Every day is part of the relationship. If you're willing to commit, you'll discover a side of the Rottweiler that no warning ever captures. The gentle giant who lets children tug on its ears. The disciplined guardian who ignores distractions because you told them to. The loyal friend who sleeps lightly, ready to respond to the slightest sound at night. If you're thinking about getting one, here's the truth. It will demand your time, your energy, and your attention every single day. And if you can't give that, don't get one. It's as simple as that. If you can, the reward will change you forever. And if you're ready to take that step, make sure you start with the right foundation. The training tools and resources I've linked in the description are the exact ones I trust with my own Rottweiler. Because when they warn you about this breed, they're really warning you about what will happen if you don't give them the leader they deserve. And if you want to see exactly what that leadership looks like, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, where I'll show you the daily training routines that keep my Rottweiler sharp, focused, and happy.